Chucking around.
Just chucking around. Chucking around. Just chucking around.
Yo! And we are back. Welcome back to another episode of Just Chucking Around. This is our season finale. This is our Christmas and Thanksgiving show. This is a holiday show. So you're back. You're back with us, man, and I'm glad y'all came back, man. I don't have any eventful things that went on with me this week, but look, I hope y'all having a great week. I hope everybody's good. Shout out to the one looker that's looking at us. So let's bring in the producer of the year, my man, my guy, Mr. Blame the Comic. Come on in here, boy.
Hello there.
Yo.
Signing in as Aubry Reedmore. Oh man, hey man, what's going on, Chuck? How you doing today, man?
Man, I'm feeling great, man. I'm glad you were able to come back and bless the show with the season finale. What up?
I wouldn't miss it for the world, man. You know, I wouldn't miss it for the world. And we here, man. Glad to be here to end the season finale. You know what I mean? Temperature didn't change. I was outside. That hawk came on. Man, I had to get on in the house. You hear me? Cold out there, man.
I feel you.
You know, just life, man. Been on daddy duty these last couple of days, man. Just, you know, hanging in there. But you know, I'm enjoying it, man. I'm ready to see what hot topics we got this week, and maybe we can enlighten the people, and you know, have another great episode of Chucking Around, baby.
Man, we just gonna do our thing, man. So I'm glad you came back. I gotta shout out the boy, the co-host of the year, the nigga with all the rhymes, the nigga with all the game, nigga pimp game. Shane, come on in here, my brother.
Hey, yo, what's up, motor scooters?
Yo,
back just like that, baby. We back.
and it's going down.
But you know, it's you know what I'm saying? It's a bittersweet thing. We're doing the show for the last time of the year. You know what I'm saying? It's bittersweet for me, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's still a pleasure all the same, man. What you boys up to, motor scooters? It's all that.
Already, you ain't give us no rhyme today. What's up, all you motor scooters?
You know what? I'm all wrapped out, man. You know, I've been listening all week, baby. I'm all wrapped out. You know what
You all wrapped out?
I'm all wrapped out, man. I ain't got
That's
no more
what's up.
plans for you, baby.
Hey, I ain't gonna put no pressure on you, dog. Ain't gonna put no pressure on you.
Pressure make diamonds, man. I ain't tripping.
Already.
No.
Shout out to the boy Kui Gente, man. He watching the show right now. I've been on his show before. Shout out to that boy. But look, let's get right into this shit, man. We're gonna go right into the topics.
Let's do it.
Look, this week has been really fucked up.
Crazy.
It's been really, really fucked up. You got this guy, Kyle Ritten House. The nigga that cried on the stand with the fake ass cry.
Oh man.
Crocodile.
Yeah, nobody believed what he was really trying to say, but he got on the stand, cried these fake ass tears, and now he was presumed innocent. So, is that white privilege at work?
Well, of course it is.
Come on, pimp game, Shane.
You know, if as a 17-year-old, 15, 16, 17-year-old walking around with an assault rifle, he should have went and did some time for that just alone. You know what I'm saying?
By itself.
Just that by itself. But then you shot two people. And let me get off by saying this too. This nigga shot white people. He's supposed to be in jail. He's supposed to be in jail. Because I don't give a, like, had he shot a bunch of protesters, then yeah, they probably would have let him off. I would have said I was saying they was gonna let him off anyway because just the privilege part, man. I mean, shit, we seen the pictures. I posted a picture of this man on Facebook. This man was in the clan since he was like 6.
Yeah, he been down with them niggas.
He been down with them boys, but now this nigga going, I mean, like just for killing people. I mean, shoot one person. Yeah, he blew a man hand off, you know what I'm saying? Killed 2 other people. He's supposed to be under the jailhouse. And as a child, I mean, like this nigga's an adolescent. You letting him walk around free after shooting 3 people. Do you know how big this nigga nuts gonna be when he walk around? Hey man, look, that nigga gonna be out of control. They should let that nigga at least do some juvenile time. I say at least about 7, 8 years. You know what I'm saying? Like shit.
Juvenile.
And I will say this too. It was definitely some type of self-defense because them niggas whooped his ass. I mean, them white boys whooped the shit out of him. I mean,
I didn't see that part.
Oh yeah, look, they told him a new one. He had to shoot their ass. When they was whooping him, he was on the ground when he was firing the shots. You know what I'm saying? Like
I saw that.
Yeah, so yeah, it was self-defense. I mean, shit. But the thing was is that he kind of put himself in that situation. You know what I'm saying?
If he wouldn't have been out there, the shit would have never happened.
Like going to the zoo and jumping in the cage and say, then they attack me. Nah, you weren't supposed to be in the cage.
Right. That's how I'm like, shit, nigga. This nigga, first of all, he spent money to purchase a ticket to get out there. You feel what I'm saying? This nigga brought a gun with him. You feel what I'm saying? Like this nigga, he had every intent to go out there and do something to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you is not protecting no Chick-fil-A's like that, just on call, running out there with no guns and shit, because Chick-fil-A nuggets good and shit like that. Nobody called you and said, hey man, you gotta come on out here, man. Bring your ARs and shit. Like, yo, it's going down. They about to tear this Chick-fil-A down. Nobody did that. He put himself in that situation. So yeah, I don't see the self-defense shit. You know, although they did beat his ass, but he shouldn't have been out there. You know what I'm saying? So like pros and cons. Hey, this nigga needs to do somebody's time. I mean, just bottom line. I
feel that. I feel that 100%.
He needs
blame the comment. Give me your opinion on this Ritten House shit.
Man, look, just like I said earlier, man, you can't go into the lion's den and say they attacking me.
Can't do that.
You know what I mean? Like, first of all, you a boy playing a man's game. You know what I mean?
Right.
You out here, teenager, man. You ain't got no, like, you still at home with your mama.
Yeah.
You ain't paying taxes. You ain't got nothing at stake.
You just out here.
Yeah, you just living.
Pretty much.
You know, and everything that parts that I did see, everything that they had put on the case, you know what I mean, that was like detrimental to his character, like him beating up the little black girl in the park that ain't had nothing to do. The judge kind of threw all that out.
Yeah.
And it said that couldn't be considered. And you know, the fact that you know, they said the judge was cheering him on.
Yeah.
And giving him a round of applause in the courthouse for something he did. I'm not quite sure it was, but all that made the headline news. You know, and some white folks was pissed about that, man.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, think about the families. The
families is pissed about that. That man got off scot-free, young boy. But you know, I don't advocate violence against nobody. But you know, when people do this type of shit to people, why don't all these thugs and these gangsters that kill black people all day, why they don't go after these people that, you know, detrimental to society and say,
right,
oh no, you gotta pay, and I'm gonna sacrifice my life instead of killing my brother.
Because it ain't that easy. It ain't that easy.
You ain't did that to him directly.
No, but understand this too. Let me say this: when these people go through this type of shit, they are fully protected. Just like they say, just like why they didn't go after your boy, what's his name? That they killed the little kid, Trayvon Martin. Why they ain't kill him? Yeah, well, they couldn't. They tried. He was protected at all times. He's under constant surveillance. These people are gonna be under constant surveillance by, you know what I'm saying, like sheriffs and shit. You ain't gonna. There's gonna be no way possible that you could even get close to these people. Like the George Floyd, the dude who stood on George Floyd, people couldn't get to him. You see, they went all to his house. They
Gary
was all
Chapman,
in.
bitch.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, look, it's not easy to get to them people. It's some gangsters that want to get at them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Not this particular nigga because not them. Ahmaud Aubry, them people. Like, it's people want to see them niggas. You know what I'm saying? But they protected. This guy right here, he killed a bunch of white folks. So of course it's not gonna be a bunch of gangsters that's just beating down the door coming after him. Plus he didn't shot 2 people already. So you know what I'm saying? Like pick your battle. You feel what I'm saying? But that battle right there wasn't even
What did
about.
he do? What did he do that made them come after them? That's the part I missed.
He didn't do anything. The guy,
Well,
Omar Aubry, he was just
No. We
running.
talking about Kyle Rittenhouse.
he waved the
Rittenhouse.
gun. He
Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse was in Illinois. He went to Wisconsin to. He said he was a medic. You know, he registered as a medic to get into the state or whatever, and be undercover or whatever, to go in and do his dirty work.
right.
And
But
now, you got this guy that, he's presumed innocent. I don't know how you can presume this guy innocent. Like, nigga, you went over state lines with an AR-15 or whatever the fuck you had, shot people down, shot 2 white people down, and
White-
now you're innocent all of a sudden?
white innocence is different than just any old innocence, if you understand what I'm saying. Like, shit, white people, these are the same people that had slaves and hung them and did all that shit, but they still feel as if they committed no crimes whatsoever. You feel what I'm saying? These are the same people been committing crimes against humanity for thousands of years over, and still take no accountability, no blame for none of this, or you know what I'm saying? These are the same people that call black children super predators back in the 90s. You feel
In
what I'm
the
saying?
90s,
Like,
of course.
so these are the same people. So of course, they innocence is a little different from what we see as innocent. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, we
Yeah.
feel as if committing no crimes whatsoever make you innocent. They don't feel this way. They feel like you haven't committed crimes against any black people. So you know,
Now, I'll say this. D.L. Hughley, he made a great point. He said that when people go on trial, you shouldn't even know who they are. You shouldn't see them. So when I go on trial, you don't see my face. So you don't have the chance to judge me
right.
before I even get to the court. So if I'm white or if I'm black, just judge the crime.
You gonna have niggas out here taking on all kind of white names.
Judge the crime, though.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? In the case of Hunter Houston.
Hunter. Hey, you sure right. All my kids gonna have.
Well, black people been naming their children these obscure ass names. Your child named Phoenix.
Right.
So apparently, like, if we listen to Phoenix, I see a little white boy. If his name was Malik, I'm looking at it different.
You don't see no white Maliks nowhere.
No, you don't see no white Malik.
And I have never seen a white Tyrone. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen.
I'm sure they out there. I'm sure they out there.
Have you?
There are not many.
Let me ask you this though, because I've never met a white Keisha. Have you ever met a white Keisha before?
Now that's a good question.
You got to reach around. I've never
Yeah,
met a white Keisha.
you gotta dig deep.
Hey, you got to dig on deep. And you know what else? Let me tell you this. Let me ask y'all this. Just off topic. You know, this ain't got nothing to do with nothing. But when y'all was little kids, did y'all grandma make tacos?
No, my grandmother never made
Never,
a taco.
never made a taco.
Ever.
And I've never seen a taco.
I'm just saying, nigga, I ain't come up with tacos.
Never seen. Listen, never seen my grandma make a taco. My great grandma, none of that. Never seen none of them. My grandpa, never seen them eat a taco.
All right,
like,
tell me what you're talking about then.
Look, because I'm thinking like I had to ask my mama. I said, "Did you invent this shit?" Because because I ain't never seen grandma make no tacos. Where you get the recipe from?
Never
Like,
saw that shit, yo.
never
Now,
seen
I
that
think
shit.
I can kind of remember eating some crunchy shell tacos, the crunchy corn shell tacos as a kid.
Oh, you were young then.
I can kind of remember that, just like the taco shells that come in the box.
See,
okay,
I never had them.
But
I didn't have that growing up.
I can only remember eating that like once or twice.
Yeah, we didn't have Taco Tuesday.
No,
it wasn't that. It wasn't that at all.
But you know what? Like, let me say this. My grandma ain't never made no fucking enchiladas. We ain't never had nothing.
None of that.
None of that. In my,
I ain't never had no enchiladas.
I remember we used to eat oxtails, nigga be eating turkey necks and fucking giblets and all kinds of
chicken and dumplings.
I can remember all kind of shit, but my grandma ain't never made no motherfucking tacos.
No.
We never had no fucking tacos in life. And then all of a sudden my mama just popped up and started whipping them balls. I'm like, damn,
now we tacos, nigga.
I'm like, man, hold up, mama.
That's what we doing?
Just you get tacos and Kool-Aid. You like, what the fuck? What's going on around here?
Where did she come from? Look, hey. Like, okay. We gotta roll to the next topic, man.
All right, come on.
I want to talk about Travis Scott's Astroworld concert, man. You know, 9 people died. And what I really want to put on this is that there were really no black people out there. So black people not really fucking with Travis Scott like that. Like, I mean, Travis Scott he's a huge artist, but we don't fuck with Travis Scott like that. So now you got these $1 billion lawsuits coming at this guy that wouldn't have came from us. So I want to get your opinion on that. Pimp Game Shane.
Let me say this. Did y'all notice how fast them motherfucking lawsuit commercials came out?
Yeah.
Them motherfuckers start saying, nigga, I'm talking about the concert just happened, and then the next day they was like, well, you at the Travis Scott, did you go to Astroworld? You could have a lawsuit. You could have. I'm like, God damn, they didn't give this nigga no time.
That shit was like mesothelioma, nigga.
Hey, on the cool. That boy like, you suffer from hernia mesh or you went to Astroworld, you got a lawsuit. No, but look, I just want to say this about that shit, man. It's a tragedy, right? It's fucked up. It's fucked up.
And to think about it, that probably was that little boy's first concert, man.
But listen.
He was 9 years old.
First of all, what the fuck is a 9-year-old doing at a fucking concert?
Why you take your son out there, yo?
I would never. Like, nigga, my
Blaine, would you take Phoenix out there?
Hell no. If I did, we'd be off to the side somewhere, not in the thick in the middle of all that shit.
Listen,
exactly.
And then you gotta think about this too. You gotta see from start to finish how them people rushed in there. They brought their shit on themselves, man. Them people were stampeding from start to finish. They didn't have enough security there. You couldn't have had enough security, nigga. You could have had the fucking Salvation Army in that motherfucker. You could have had the motherfucking Navy, all these motherfuckers they had too many people there. Too many people trying to get in free, too many people pushing and shoving and all that type of shit. It's tragedy bound to happen. You feel what I'm saying? And
Right.
what you got to understand is just like you said, Chuck, a lot of black people don't go to Travis Scott function.
Not
Like,
fucking with that
and,
nigga.
and let me say this. Let me say this. I love his music. I jammed Travis Scott like even before he was bigger than what he fucking is. You know, Big Hawk and
Okay.
all these motherfuckers. That was his mentors and shit. So I fucks with Travis Scott like, but I don't fuck with him to the
But
point where I'm going to his concerts and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I watch his
right.
videos, but I'm not going that far to be at. It's a bunch of children shit anyway. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be in a bunch of kids shit. I don't want my kids there because he has fucking incidents and injuries at every last one. I mean, if you follow his track record, every every concert he has, he does a stage dive where he jumps off the crowd and then he hurts people in the crowd. So this happens frequently at his shows. I mean, if you know anything about Travis Scott, he has lots of people. They do like mosh pits and shit like that. So people get hurt at this nigga concert. This is not the first time around, you know what I'm saying? But this is the first time that somebody has actually died, and that's what the tragedy is.
9 people died, my nigga.
Right. And listen,
10.
I I
10?
I hate
Yes,
that this
sir.
happened to them people, and I hate that Travis Scott is going through that because all he doing is trying to sell his music and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's a tragedy all the way around. But
Correct.
what I would say is that you cannot point the finger at him specifically.
No.
He didn't, this is the thing. He's just a performer. He don't come out here and he don't orchestrate none of this shit that goes on. His whole show is orchestrated by somebody else. He just comes out and performs his song. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
He does his little routine. The shit that goes on around him, he doesn't. He's not responsible for. He doesn't do it. You feel what I'm
Correct.
saying? He don't tell these people. Like he don't even tell his dancers to dance a certain way. That's not his job. His
Yeah.
job is to rap the lyrics over the mic to the music. You feel what I'm saying? And dance
Right.
around. Now everybody else has another job that's orchestrated by somebody else. So that's who you need to go after. You need to go after the people who set the shows up. You know what I'm saying? The people who put this shit together, who hired security. You have to go after those type of people because not one time are they mentioning any of these people. They haven't mentioned NRG. Nobody's going after NRG, and they are the people that are responsible for the security. Nobody has
Right.
said that. All you hear is Travis Scott name. You feel what I'm saying? It's
Right.
actually Travis Scott lawsuit, $1 billion Travis Scott Drake lawsuit. You feel what I'm saying? Both of which have nothing to do with none of this shit. They were just there. That's
They
just
were
like
just
you
there.
going to your job and somebody get hurt on your job and then you get sued for it. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
how the fuck do that work? You was just
Right.
there doing your job. But that's all I got to say about that, man. It's tragedy. I feel sorry for everybody who lost their lives. I feel sorry for Travis, but he's about to lose a bunch of money on this. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the thing is that Travis shows might start getting blackballed in certain cities. You know what I'm saying? Because
I don't think it will because he's down with the other side.
well, that too, but see, even with that being said, is that they can't have too much press. You feel what I'm saying? So they would have to
Yeah.
tone it down. They would have to turn their backs on it just in order to save face. You know what I'm saying? Just like you said, he is
Mhm.
on the upper echelon of people, of entertainers. So they would have to say, hey, we're gonna have to silence it right quick. They're not gonna continue to let him do it. You know what I'm saying? Not with these $1 billion lawsuits coming out.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go to Blame, man. I want you to give your take on Travis Scott's Astro World tragedy, man.
Man, first off, of course, the way we titled it, it is a tragedy, man. All that mosh pit stuff and not safe at all, no simple form or fashion. Who they really need to sue is whoever hired that security team or even allowed them to work that event knowing that they ain't had their stuff together, or allowing that those security people taking on that job and knowing that they wasn't
ready
capable of handling that magnitude, like they was negligible in accepting or being awarded a job that they wasn't fit to handle.
Right.
Two, when you do events like that, sometimes when I do colleges and stuff like that, they always make me have event insurance.
Yeah.
They always require you to have event insurance in case something happened to this magnitude. So there should be some type of insurance that he have had that's the security company should have had. Even when you're a security company, you're supposed to be licensed and bonded anyway.
You have to be.
Right.
You have to be. And to work them big events like that, you have to be licensed and bonded.
Right. And so, you know, because not only the people, well, one, he refunded everybody back their money that attended the event, is what I was told.
Right.
They said that. So I don't know if I would have did that right offhand. If I'm about to be sued and I lose, because we can start with that bag that I just collected, and that could have been half the money or a portion of the money to give back to them anyway. That's gonna come out of that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And there's also video. It's video documentation of him actually trying to stop the show. He's saying on the mic, "Hey man, is everybody over here on this side good?" But they trying to discredit that part. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's the part they don't want to show you. But it's been over the internet. Like they keep showing it. Like he's saying that he's not really responsible for that. He didn't try to do it. He tried to stop the shit, and nobody stopped the music. Nobody stopped his show. You know what I'm saying? They just kept going on. So he figured he had to keep going. So shit, he's really not liable for this shit. He did try to stop it.
So
So what do you think about, like, you know, him trying to stop it, him not being solely responsible for it? I mean, look.
Well, let me say this. You can't just sue him because security is only there for so much protection. What about the police?
Right. Where they
the real security.
Where they at?
Ain't none of them security guards had no gun on them. They shouldn't been out there tackling people
and
doing all that shit.
Yeah, what they supposed to do? Shoot the kids? Like
security is to make sure you ain't got no weapons.
That's it.
Take your ticket. You know what I mean? Their job detail is limited.
Limited.
Right.
And they really like the security is like the paid help, the classroom monitor. You see something, you don't engage in any physical activity or altercation with people. You go, hey, the dude over there in the red hat and the blue shirt, Mr. Officer, we need you to get him off the premises. That's beyond my job, teacher. These people ain't had no kind of physical training, tactical training to say, hey, this is how you apprehend or remove somebody from the premises. They ain't got no type of security detail. And then you got to think, they put them people in the type of situation where you got prison guards maintaining the prison population, and there's more prisoners than it is guards with no control of no physical or tangible items to control the people.
Yeah.
That's why the police come in. So if anything,
the police.
Let's sue the police department. Because they took on the job. They really there for security. They just don't tear the tickets. You understand what I'm saying?
You're right.
So why did the girl that I saw in the video, instead of going tell the cameraman that was filming it, why she didn't go to the nearest police officer? Where was the paramedics? Where was the paramedics that was around now? You know, you gotta have. I know we see one on the thing, but whoever, watch this, whoever owned that property, if you for to have somebody, hold on, first of all, somebody put that event together. Now, whoever put that event together as the event planner, they should be sued too.
Absolutely.
Because they didn't have proper protocol. If you hosting this event, you didn't found this space, this location detail for these people. How are we gonna properly organize? Because when you go to any event, you got sections for people to be seated. I know this is an outdoor event, but you got, in case of emergency strategy, you got an easy way to divide people. You know, there could have been some railings going down the aisles to put people in a signified, you know what I mean? Like organized chaos, you know what I mean? Organized chaos order. Yep. So that in the case of an emergency, nigga, even on the freeway, they can open up one of them pillars and let everybody go back down the other way. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, what is your where's the in the event of emergency detail packet at? You know what I'm saying? Like,
where's the end game?
Huh?
Where's the end game at?
Yeah, where's the end game? Who is responsible? Somebody dropped the ball. They just it was like it was a money grab.
Yep. But
it was a money grab, especially for the security, especially for the police, because they ain't do their job. And you see them, you got pictures of the police over there on their phone.
Correct.
I saw it. So they should be held liable, because if you there for security, police is there for security. So if you there on your phone, you damn sure can't drive and be on your phone.
So what
you can't.
When you out there, when you observing and you there to protect the peace and keep order, you're not doing that if you on your phone. So HPD is liable too, because that means you're not doing your security detail.
Okay, so let's go here. Let's go here. We finna change the shit up, nigga. The Omar Aubry case. Y'all know about Omar Aubry. This man was just running down the street, minding his fucking business. And these fucking stupid ass white people came along and killed him. They shot this man dead because he was running. Okay, he stopped at the house, looked inside the house. Cool. Whatever, nigga. If you building a house in my neighborhood, I'm gonna look. I want to see what's going on over here. But you got these fucking racist ass white people came through kill this boy for no fucking reason.
First of all,
go.
Let me say this. They accused this man of robbing and stealing. These dumb white ass people. I said, hey man, the fuck is y'all talking about? I'm robbing and stealing. If I'm robbing and stealing, where's the shit I stole? Where's my truck? What? With what? With what? What am I stealing with? With what? Where? What am I getting away? Where's the merchandise? With what? That's why that's a bunch of crock of shit, man. Y'all tripping with these guns, y'all harassing me. I'm stealing with what? In order to steal, in order to rob, I got to have something on me.
I got to do something to you.
Yeah, I gotta. First of all, if nothing, it was trespassing, and I can't really come and say you trespassing on Pimp Gang Shane property, and I don't live there. That ain't my authority to say you trespassing on another person's property and it don't belong to you. Let's go with the robbery idea. You usually only, you rob a person. Burglary is of a habitation. So if I'm burglarizing, how do I burglarize something that ain't built?
It wasn't even built yet.
That's what I'm saying. How you burglarize something that's under construction? I ain't got a 2x4 on me. You ain't gonna find a pack of nails on me. I ain't got a hammer on me.
It don't make sense.
Come on, man. Shot this man down in cold blood. Y'all, first of all, that ain't y'all job to do. Y'all ain't even neighborhood watch.
They was just out there.
Y'all ain't even neighborhood watch, my nigga. Y'all tripping.
Pimp Game Shane, talk to me.
You already know what I think about it, man.
I already know, but give it to me.
It's cold-blooded murder, man. They followed that man. They executed him in broad daylight on camera. Shit, we all saw it, like everybody else saw it. I mean, I don't think that we needed no evidence to see it or none of this shit. The proof was in the pudding. They shot him 3 fucking times. You know what I'm saying? Like shit. he he for one, like you said, this nigga didn't have nothing. I mean, he didn't even have as much as a cell phone on him. You feel what I'm saying? He didn't
Right.
have anything. He wasn't stealing, wasn't he was doing a actual jog. You know what I'm saying? When you jog and you ain't got nothing with you, you ain't got no tools or nothing like that.
Look, nigga, the prosecutor said he didn't have his hands in his pockets.
Yeah, nothing. Listen, he was jogging, he running. You could see his hands. He running like this. First of all, y'all left y'all crib, the comfort of your living room, to go out and chase this man with guns, right? Because y'all ran
Yes.
outside fully strapped. Let's hunt him down in these trucks.
Strap up.
Listen.
How's a man a threat with no weapon?
With no weapon. And how is he a threat when you chasing him? You feel what I'm saying? A man, that's like claiming self-defense and you shooting a nigga in the back. You know what I'm saying?
Look,
like if a nigga trying to get away from
let me stop you right quick, Pimp Game. Let me stop you right quick, because I wanna give you some insight on what went on in the fucking trial. The lady prosecutor or whatever, she came out and she said he didn't have any socks on and he had dirty toenails. That was part of their shit.
So was she implying that he was straight from Africa or something like that?
He had dirty toenails, nigga.
What? So she was trying to call him an African booty scratcher or something? What was she trying to say
Nigga.
in the trial? Absolutely has nothing to do with any fucking thing.
Nothing.
Nothing to do with nothing. This man was running from 3 white people that he thought was a threat to him. They started trying to attack him, so he attacked back. He started motherfucking winning. They shot his ass. That was it. They like
dirty
shit,
toenails, nigga.
Listen, the just the main thing was that these people were trying to bully this one black dude because he was in their neighborhood, and we all know what that's called: racism. We don't have to go no further than that. These 3 white people killed him in broad daylight and recorded it for all of us to see. Now they on trial saying that there's no evidence saying that they actually did anything wrong. This is what their defense is that, oh, he was a burglar or he was this or he was that, but you are not the police. That's not your job. Your job is to, I mean, even if you are neighborhood watch, you're supposed to call somebody and let them
Correct.
determine if he committed a crime or not. Even I wouldn't even know why you would even do that, because he was just jogging. Because if you see a white dude running down the same neighborhood, you probably wouldn't call nobody. You probably wouldn't have followed them or did none of this stuff. None of it. We wouldn't even be talking about this shit. But
Correct.
because he was black, now we have to talk about the dirt under his toenails and how his ashy black feet are. You know what I'm saying? He
Yeah.
was running with a pot of neck bones. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck
Yeah.
does that have to do with any fucking thing? You know what I'm saying? Like the dirt under his toenails. He was jogging. Nigga probably got athlete's foot. Who gives a fuck? What the fuck does
Nobody
that?
cares about that shit.
This is y'all pinpointing on little shit that means nothing. And just to skip over the fact and deflect that they killed this man in cold blood in broad daylight. That's all it was a public execution. And now we get to see it on trial over and over again. His family got to watch that shit over and over again. They got to talk about this shit over and over again. Only because they won't just simply say, hey, these 3 white people killed this black dude. That's it.
Right.
That's it. This is not even a debate. We all saw what happened. There's no fucking way that it's self-defense when it's 3 of y'all against 1.
Come on.
Yeah.
Y'all got, it's 3 of y'all, 2 trucks and two guns. You feel what I'm saying? Against
Yeah.
one dude. He wasn't following y'all following him. No, listen, none of that fucking shit. Cut the bullshit. Listen, we probably ain't gonna never get justice in this motherfucking country, and that's for shit show because the laws are not made in our favor. Everything is made against us. So anytime we sitting out here expecting justice and saying, "Oh, we're gonna get it through trial and get it through court," you would do better having the Ahmaud Arbery's family going out and shooting their family back. You know what I'm saying? Or that would be the only kind of justice we gonna see about this because they clearly they about to walk on this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
You could tell
yeah.
by the arguments that they giving. Man, listen, this shit, I don't give a fuck. The jury is not Aubrey's peers. So of course they're gonna be on the white side. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? There's always two sides. It's the wrong side and the white side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we always on the wrong side.
Without a doubt,
I
man.
mean, listen, shit. I mean, real talk, man. We won't see justice. I mean, I feel man, my heart goes out to the brother and his whole family. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause
Without a
this
doubt,
shit,
bro.
it pisses me off. So I know it pisses them off to just have to sit through this and endure this shit. You know what I'm saying? To hear these people
Right.
talk like this man was really just this big criminal. You know what I'm saying? Like this nigga was running down a street that he had absolutely no business on. This is for sure. Because if you
I'm
live in
just
a
running, my nigga.
listen, if you live in a white neighborhood and you start running, best believe this could be you too. That's all this tells me is like, yo, anybody could be a martyr. Listen, let me say this. People get money, they start moving out the hood because they think it's good, it's better for them. And then this type of shit happens. You see what I'm saying? Hey, you might as well
Yeah.
stay where you're comfortable at. Move to the southwest like A-Leaf or some shit like that. Don't just be out there with the white people all the time because it's not a good fucking idea, man. Look, we our skin color has a different stigmata about it. You know what I'm saying? We can't just walk down average street and do the average thing the average white guy does because they're considered crimes with this color. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like,
So let's run to this next topic, man, because Wisconsin has been on fire because these niggas with Rittenhouse, he was in Wisconsin. And then you have the guy that drove through the Christmas crowd and just ran over fucking people. That was in Wisconsin too. And this guy was a black dude.
he was a
I don't
what?
know if he was trying to retaliate.
Wait,
Yeah.
he
I
was a
don't know
what?
if he was
He
a
was a
black dude.
rubber?
Square. Nigga, I'm telling you. Square business. It was a black dude, drove through the crowd, ran over motherfuckers. I don't know if he was trying to retaliate against the verdict, you know, or whatever, but
Nah,
I
that
just want to
nigga,
get you guys' opinion on this shit. Blame the
that
comment.
nigga.
Yeah, like I say, I don't know if it was a retaliation. The guy definitely had a rap sheet, multiple offenses, especially with domestic violence. Uh, you know, as sad as it is to say, nobody wins in this type of scenario. You know what I mean?
Mm-mm.
It's tragic because I think some kids died. You know what I
Yes.
mean? And that's another lawsuit waiting to happen because how does a vehicle even get into the parade orchestration? They line a route. You know what I mean? When we have parades here in Houston,
They blocked off.
all that's blocked off. You can't
No,
a
that's
vehicle
blocked off.
can't even get in. You know what I
Some
mean?
of
So
that
somebody at
had
fault.
somebody
Somebody wasn't watching their posts.
Yep.
If he even drove through one of those barricades, and most of them barricades got like water in them. You know what I mean? Them plastic barricades that they put up, you can't even move them unless you're in a vehicle.
Right.
So, man,
It's
somebody got to be accountable. You know, you would think that somebody from the parade might have like a flag man to the back just for safety precautions, you know, like a safety, you know what I mean? That follows the parade. Those people was blindsided, never even saw the truck coming,
Right.
and was just ran down. The man went all through the crowd, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
So unfortunately, you know, his life is gonna be ended for the lives he's taken. You know, they're gonna do like they do the rest of the criminals, have him sit on death row for years at a time before they finally, you know, take his life. But it's a sad world we live in, man.
That's
It is.
crazy.
It is. Pimp Game
It's
Shane,
crazy.
go.
I want to say that is the craziest shit. But what one thing we got to understand is that shit, man. Black people, we frustrated, dog. We I didn't know that was a brother that did that shit. I thought it was just a crazy white dude. But I mean, black people are frustrated. I mean, this country has been fucking us over for years. So when people
Very
start
much so.
snapping, you know what I'm saying? When people start snapping, it's like, yo, it's like we never see justice. We always on the opposite end, you know what I'm
And you
saying?
know, I wouldn't even be surprised if
Right.
this is a snap.
Right. It's a snap.
I
Just
wouldn't
I'm
be
tired of
surprised if this is a snap. You know what I mean? Like,
it. Yeah. Yeah.
it's not right by no occasion.
No. No.
It's not right by no occasion, but
People hands are forced, man. People are tired. They frustrated. We've been listen, uh, losing money and jobs and just having the world against you at all times. You get fed up with that shit and you start striking back, man. Like people start lashing out, and sometimes that shit fucking happens to a bunch of innocent people, which is
very much
crazy.
so.
But what they have to understand is that, man, we gonna have to start seeing some kind of justice in this world. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna have to show us some kind of fairness or some kind of you got to give us a bone, man. You got to think like this. Y'all been persecuting us. Y'all been beating us. Y'all been doing all this shit to us for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of fucking years. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it to it's still happening. You know what I'm saying? To no avail, this shit is still happening, and y'all are nobody's taking accountability for it, and nobody's saying, "Hey, man, here's some retribution for y'all. Here's some get back."
Yeah.
Nobody's getting that. So when people start
Nah.
snapping and doing this type of shit, like I wouldn't be surprised if I'm not gonna say it like that because I don't want to be inciting nothing or saying,
Right.
"Hey,
Or insensitive. You know what I mean? You don't want to
right,
be insensitive either.
right." I don't want to be
True.
insensitive, but you have to think about like this too. Lots of people are out there like suffering because of this one incident, right? But not we don't know how long he was suffering from whatever he was suffering from before all this shit happened. You know what I'm saying? Nobody takes the time to figure that shit out because that's how we prevent this type of shit from happening. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Right.
have to go to these people that are actually frustrated. Like give us some justice every once in a while. Send some of these cops that shoot some of these black people to jail in regular prisons and shit. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Let's send we have to see that type of justice and that type of fairness and that type of honesty. So in order for us to feel like okay, now we can function sanely. You know what I'm saying? Because shit, you got to walk out your house every day looking over your shoulder. That's insanity. You know what I'm saying? That's insanity. If you feel like every day you got to carry a gun because you don't know what's gonna happen to you, or you just want to make it back home at the end of your day, that's insanity,
Right.
man. You know what I'm saying? And in order for us not to live like that, some of this shit is gonna have to stop happening to us. And if it don't, then shit,
Yeah.
it only grows more paranoia. You know what I'm saying? Then you feel like you have to do more. You feel like you have to snap and run over a crowd of people or some shit like that. You feel like, hey, they getting away with it, then fuck it. I'm gonna go ahead and do this shit too. It builds that type of mentality to say, hey, well, these people don't give a fuck about us, so why should we give a fuck about them? And once you build that,
Right.
you let the cat out the bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, and shit
Right.
just goes, hey,
And let me say this, bro, because you know what we talking about is it's important. You know, everything we talk about is important. You know, you got to put these white folks and put their ass accountable.
Yeah, they gotta
but
be
we
held accountable.
also have to make ourselves accountable.
True.
And
True.
when I say that, I come back to the young Dolph shit. One
Yeah,
our
that part.
own, one our own killed him. They got
Mhm.
him on camera, and it's this these jealous niggas. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why you would be jealous of your man, nigga. If I could put you on, nigga, I'm gonna put you on. I'm not finna sit up here and be jealous of a nigga that can make me better. I can't do that. I don't
Let's
know
talk.
where these young niggas get that shit from, but I just give me your opinion about it, Pimp Game.
So I saw a video a few weeks back, right? I mean, right, maybe a week or so before Young Dolph got killed, right? And it's a soldier boy putting up $100,000. He like, man, I got $100,000, nigga. You know, he's actually putting a motherfucking ticket on this nigga head on
Oh yeah,
live.
okay.
Yeah, he on live. He holding up the money. He like, man, I got 100,000 for anybody who will give me an address to him. Give me this, give me that. You know what I'm saying? So that type of shit right there, like, I just
So you
think that
saying Soldier Boy put the ticket on that nigga head?
that's what it. I mean, it was on live.
That's
This is what I
what it
saw. I
look
mean,
like.
this nigga had $100,000 in his hand like this, and he on live saying to anybody who can give. He like, fuck Young Dolph. I get anybody give my address. Now, with that being said, whether he died, whether he was being real or phony or whatever the fuck, it's some hungry niggas out here that'll come out here and
Right.
take your head for $100,000, man. And you know what I'm saying? And if he got in touch with one of them people, or if they hit him on Instagram and said, "Hey, yo, soldier, I know where he at. I go knock his ass off right now with 100 at," and the nigga shoot him 100K. What you feel? What I'm saying? Like, yo,
Yeah.
all I'm saying is that shit, like, it's fucking tragic. But you know the shit that they got going on, like the young rappers now, all of them in gangs and shit, and it's overly influenced in the in the
Yeah.
in the music industry. Like, it's like, oh yeah,
Okay.
the more you talk about gang shit, the more you talk, the more your record is played, the more shows you get, the more you. But then the more controversy surrounds you, the more you sell. You know what I'm saying? So they kind of push for this type of shit to happen. And I hate to say
Correct.
this shit, Young Dolph records are gonna sell. Like, we're gonna hear him way crazy on the radio now just because he's dead. You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying? As opposed to him being alive when he had his own masters and he can enjoy his own wealth and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like you're gonna hear it because the this is what these companies need. You know what I'm saying? The
Right. I
rappers
understand.
did. You know what I'm saying? They need the controversy to sell the albums, which is
Look,
it's crazy because you making the younger generation come up killing each other.
I feel you. And me and Blame talked about this earlier. Like we were talking about Young Dolph, and I mean, you know, this guy he's trying to he was trying to do his thing, and then all of a sudden this guy got killed out of fucking nowhere by a fucking nobody. Like, blame the comic, man. Talk to me about this shit
Oh man, where do I start? I can definitely say I enjoyed some of the brother music that I heard on the radio. You know what I mean? Like we talked earlier, like you said, Booster said a long time ago, in certain cities, man, when you become
Get out.
of certain status, man, you got to get out your city or you definitely become a
That,
target.
though.
yep.
Right.
You know what I mean? For whatever reason. Personally, you know, I really think that these rappers, it's a double-edged sword.
Mm-hmm.
I think that these rappers, man, it's becoming so that these rappers are so independent that they don't need a label, that they can do the SoundCloud and do this, that, and the third.
Mm-hmm.
That, you know what I mean, they don't need no label to push them. that they can change the tone of the music. I feel like we the only culture that is sex, guns, drugs, violence. You don't hear any other ethnicity pushing and promoting all this shit.
I would disagree with you on that because white people do that shit too. White people are so full of fucking violence, nigga.
Well,
these niggas are the worst.
Well, I mean, I don't really listen to the white radio stations like that.
No,
I don't
as far as their culture.
Well, I'm talking about I don't listen to rock and alternative.
No, I ain't talking about their music. I'm talking about how they are. White people are fucking trash, nigga. And these niggas, they don't give a fuck about us.
Hold on.
Nigga, just sit back and think about it. Sit back and think about it. White people don't give a fuck about us. They never have. We've been trying to sit here and wait on these hoes to love us and this, that, and the other. These niggas ain't gave a fuck about us. Fuck white people. Fuck them niggas. Y'all niggas, y'all don't fuck with us, so we don't fuck with y'all.
And that's real spill. That's all the way real spill.
That's real spill.
Listen, I said this a time or two ago, man. We ain't gonna get nothing we don't fight for. And when I say fight, man, I ain't talking about with no motherfucking sides and no shit like that. These people, just like you said, they don't fuck with us like that. They don't fuck with us. They gonna never give us no fast shake. Everything we gonna have to get, we gonna have to take. And that's just
we gotta take it by ourselves.
By ourselves. I mean, like shit and respect and all kind of shit. Like nigga, you gotta take that shit. And it's no way, like nigga, a motherfucking white person gonna look at you the same way all the time until you make him look at you different. You know what I'm saying? Until you make him look, you gotta look at me a different way. You know what I'm saying? You can't look at me.
Without.
Yeah, but the only way to do that is that sometimes you got to show them a little something. You know what I'm saying? You got to pull a little razzle dazzle on their ass, and sometimes.
I'm gonna say I really think that we need to just change. We need to find some kind of way to change the climate of the culture. We are the culture. You know what I mean? We are the trend. We are really the fabric of America. When you think about it, when it comes to what's what in this world, maybe outside of fashion, you know what I mean? We don't really control the fashion industry. We make shit hot. You know what I mean?
We do that.
But I think we need to change just for a betterment of our people, man. And I think the people that's at power, all these big name artists, I think we can start. Remember, rap used to be all about woke music, man.
Yeah.
It was. Until woke music wasn't making no money. And then money music.
Gangster rap came.
Yeah, gangster rap came in. And when they start talking about making like millions of dollars, even right now, like you can, like the older generation, like shit, you can play me some Erica by doing shit. I'll be jamming that shit in my car. But the younger generation they gonna listen like, nah, I don't want to hear that. Put on some Her or put on some other shit. You know, they gonna want to put on some other shit. Cause they not, it's the changing with the times. I remember at first I used to be, don't push me, cause you know, that was the shit we grew up on, the shit that made sense. Like when I grew up, nigga, you had to be saying something in your raps in order for a motherfucker to even hear it, listen to it, and jam and say you live. Now you don't, they don't have to understand anything you saying in the rap. I mean, like Young Thug, I barely understand what the hell he be saying. His
you don't know what that nigga's saying.
I don't know what he talking about, but his music, you know what I'm saying? When I listen to it, I be getting hyped.
It's a vibe.
Yeah, it's a vibe. But other than that, I couldn't tell you not one lyric. I couldn't go bar for bar on none of these. None of these guys. You know what I'm saying? Like none of the new characters. I can't understand nothing they be saying, but they got some real hard beats. And you know, that's what kind of make people jam your shit. Like
they drive the music.
Yeah, it's like shit. If you got a hard ass hook and a throw beat, I'ma jam your shit.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna be able to sing your lyrics.
Prime example, get paid, young nigga, get paid.
Hey, yeah.
Look, man. Hey. This is the end of this season of Just Chucking Around, man. We had a fucking great time. I'm glad everybody came in. I'm glad everybody gave everything they had. My guys, I gotta give y'all props. I gotta give Blame the Comer his prop. I gotta give Pimp Game Shane his props. I even gotta give Rillo his props. He ain't here, but it is what it is. So it's the end of the season. I want to say happy Thanksgiving to all the families out there. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And we'll see y'all ass next year, and we gonna come back in y'all face. I promise this. Pimp Gang Shane, talk to me.
Yo, man, you know you can find me everywhere you can find music at Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, shit, videos. I'm on Amazon Prime. I'm in a movie called Candy. Boomtown directed it. I'm currently doing music and producing and stuff like that. I'm about to take over.
Yeah, we had a good year.
Oh yeah, it's been a good year and it's still going. Like shit is still cranking. Matter of fact, I was fucking with 8 Ball and MJG when they came out here 15, chopping it up with them old boys and shit. I got some shit. I got some projects happening, man. I got some shit with Killer Calion about to come out too. That's gonna be dropping next year too.
That's what's up.
I'm dropping an album on Christmas if anybody wants to check it out.
We gonna get a Christmas album, nigga.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a Christmas album, but there ain't gonna be no Christmas cheer on this.
I need jingle bells on that bitch.
There gonna be no jingle bells on there. But it's called Package. Shit, that bitch gonna be out December 25th. Y'all pick that up as a Christmas gift, man. Shit, it's gonna be out on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, all that other shit.
Already. Blame the comic. Shut it down.
Yo, man, happy holidays to everybody, man. Happy Thanksgiving, man. I want to say, I want everybody to stay safe. Enjoy your Thanksgiving with your family. Hopefully everybody's doing Thanksgiving this year. I know we still in the middle of the P word. I don't even want to say it, man. You know
pandemic.
Yeah. But, some people are still taking this stuff serious. And
I am.
I'll actually be spending my Christmas holidays in Cali.
Okay.
And then I'll be in El Paso Thanksgiving weekend to do some shows. Me and my man Shed G out of Dallas, he coming with me. And some future shows. I just booked another show for Longview, Texas. And I'll be at Sugar's. I know you know Sugar's, Pimp Gang, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'll be at Sugar's on December the 2nd, the 1st. That's a Wednesday.
Yeah, that is Wednesday.
I'll be there December 1st for a show. And yeah, man. I just booked my first comedy consultation with somebody to just get made a couple of $100 to just help them get their shit together.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Hey, young nigga, get paid.
Been talking over the phone, just kind of coaching a little bit on my perspective and what it take to make it in this game if you want to get into this game and get serious. So that's a new line of income that I just walked into.
Already
had a conversation with a person, and they said that I said it to them. They said, "Yeah, I want to do it."
And it happened.
That was a Wednesday, and then I just heard from them this week. So,
tap.
Happy about that, man. Like the Cash App is waiting to clear. Is all I would say. Couple of business days. Just you always got to try to add another stream of income, man. So I'm happy and proud about that. So just doing a little comedy coaching.
All right, that's what's up, man. So we did this shit like for real this season, nigga. We gave everybody what they wanted. We gave you niggas what you been asking for, nigga. Just chucking around. We'll be back next season, early in the year. get ready, cause we coming back for your motherfucking ass, and we ain't bullshitting with you. And I said that right. Chop it.
Just checking around.
Just checking around. Checking around. Just checking around.